What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. It's a great start to the week. You know where we are headed. We talked about it last week, and I'm currently here. So how are we feeling? How was your weekends before we get into all that?
You got a head start on us.
I did.
You're already down there in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the studio. We leave in a couple hours. I had a lovely weekend. I had a wedding in the city for one of it's Joe's boss, so Joe's boss. And it was beautiful. I've never been to a wedding at St. Patrick's Cathedral, which is obviously a gorgeous location, but it is a crazy thing because it is so large and it is such a tourist attraction in New York. It's not like they close the church for weddings. So you're sitting there watching people get married, and so are all these other tourists that are like around the other sides, which is just crazy. Just as someone like, I mean, obviously you're happy being in your own world, like you're getting married, but then you like look over to the side and there's just all the like tourists with their phones filming your whole wedding.
That was crazy to me when I went a few months ago.
I
feel like the
that
super
was a
rich or like super famous like would definitely be able to close it down for like at least a few hours.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But it was cool. But it was just like, it is obviously a popular place. And if you're going to do the big New York City wedding, I think that's like where people dream of getting married. It's so gorgeous. But it's like, they're wedding at 3:15. That's done 3:45. Wedding at 4. Starts at, it's like, you're moving and they're moving people around. But it was gorgeous. I love a New York City wedding. New York City black tie wedding. It's just like so classy and elegant. And we had a lovely night. Great food. Great dancing. Rhea, you would love it. They had a pasta course because it's I believe where the venue I think is owned by the same group that owns Carbone and all them. So they had the spicy rigatoni vodka as a pasta course in between appetizer and entree. It was fucking delicious. But it was a beautiful wedding. And it was, like I said, it was so nice to just, you wrap up, you go right home, right back to the apartment. It was lovely. Went out to the beach on Sunday for a little bit just to chill. Joe's obviously on dog dad duty, so we had to make sure, he was all settled in for the week. And that was it, really. No, what'd you do?
I went to the Cape and just hung out. My grandparents were there.
Nice.
A lot of family was there. My mom and I went kayaking yesterday, and we went to like the sandbar because there's a sandbar where there's just like all the seals go and sit. So we went over there, and so we docked our like kayaks at the sandbar and walked over and like saw the seals and everything, and then came back.
That would actually scare the shit out of me.
They're all moaning and like making weird noises. And then you also know that all the sharks are not too far.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care. The seals can make whatever noise they want to. I don't care about that. But if there's a lot of seals around, there's a high chance that the sharks are lurking.
It is funny because you just like, they all just stare at you. Like when you're, so it's funny. But then we went back to where the kayaks were, and my mom's oar for her kayak was just gone. I was like,
no.
Like we put it like semi near the water, but I was like, how did it get washed away? That we were gone for a few minutes, so I had to tie my mom's kayak to the back of my kayak and row us both all the way back to shore.
What is a workout?
But yeah, it was fun, and it was a good weekend.
Thank God.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna hold that over my mom's head that I saved her.
Yeah,
you saved her.
Yeah, absolutely. I as you should. I'm assuming you guys like didn't have your phones or anything.
I had my phone.
Oh, you
so
did?
like, yeah. I
Thank God.
If we
forbid.
lost both of ours, then I would have had
Yeah.
to call the Coast Guard or something.
Right. Yeah. That would have been bad news.
Rescued like Dave did in Nantucket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, thank God. Thank God.
How was the Florida weather down there already?
It's hot. It's hot, ladies and gentlemen. You better prepare yourselves for a hot weather week. Beautiful weekend though, just chilled out in the pool, ate some good food, just chilled hard in the sun, to be completely honest, the whole entire weekend. So really we got some good rest in, ready for the week. It is hot though. I warned you guys that like about 300 times. So I was like, whatever you think it is though, prepare yourself for even more than that, because when you're in the sun, it is strong. Obviously, it's August in Orlando. Like, obviously, the sun is very, very strong, but we're prepared. We're so excited for Disney. With a little change in plans.
Just a
little change.
Record scratch.
Beep, beep, beep. Back it up a little bit.
We have to make a change.
We had to make a little change for Disney.
Yep.
We were informed that we are not allowed to drink around the world at Epcot. They were not happy about some of the things that were said on last week's podcast. I don't know who was talking nonsense. I'm not going to put the blame anywhere, but yeah. Yep, that happened.
Yep. So, some conversations were had.
Yes.
And we discussed as well, and I said, you know what? Hindsight's 2020. Thinking back on it, the fact that Disney is sending us and putting us up and doing the whole thing, probably not the message they would be thrilled with putting out there, and that was confirmed. So while we are going to have a ton of fun and be able to do other things and have meals and sit down for different experiences that have a food alcohol component, the drinking around the world will not be happening.
It will
not be happening.
We were put in semi-timeout. It will not be happening, but that's okay because we're still gonna have an amazing time. And on Noah's list, we will be changing it to, instead of drank around the world at Epcot, it will be changed to got told by Disney that we are not allowed to drink around the world at Epcot. Check.
Yep, check. Get told by Disney you cannot drink around the world.
Which is honestly maybe more impressive.
100%.
Listen, we're the bad boys of Disney.
Not everyone's getting banned from drinking at Epcot. So
That's true. It is. No. Listen, we understand, and we are very responsible adults, and we will have a fantastic time in Disney. We're going to ride the rides. We're going to eat the food. We're going to go to restaurants. We're going to do the whole shebang, and you guys are going to see it. We're going to be posting a ton of videos while we're there. We're going to document the whole thing, and we're going to have a great time in Disney World.
Please send your food recommendations, really, if there's anything in any of the parks that you've had that you love that we should try. I'm very interested. I feel like I've seen 9 million Matt James videos of like, here's what you should eat in Disney, but I would like to also hear some other options. But no, like you said, I'm very excited. We pushed the joke a little too far, and that's that. So
I'm not gonna name names, but somebody went too far.
And we are gonna have a ton of fun. We haven't had a group trip in a while of the whole Cedo squad. Yeah. And what's more fun than Disney World?
No, honestly, we're going to have so much fun. The nostalgia that happens when you wake up in the morning early, like you wake up early in the morning, like 6:30, 7 a.m. You're getting ready for the park. We're recording before. You get up, you get ready. It's the early morning with the sun shining. You have a little breakfast. You go around the park. It's all so nostalgic and fun.
Yep.
We'll get some merch. We'll get ears. We're going to have a blast. It's going to be amazing. I wanted to say this, though, on the food aspect. I used to be a judger of character when somebody would get a turkey leg in Disney. I've never had a turkey leg in Disney. I feel like this week I kind of have to have a turkey leg in Disney. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just because I was like so judgmental about it in past. But now I feel like I need to kind of dive in and see what the hype is about.
Right.
And just try it out and see what the turkey leg is all about.
Where do you get the turkey leg? Magic Kingdom?
I think the turkey legs are all around Disney.
Do you get turkey legs available in all parks?
You've never seen people just walk around with the turkey legs?
I have. I just didn't know if it was confined to
I don't know. I mean, like, I'm just
park.
saying, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just thought you can get them anywhere.
Right.
I thought there was a turkey leg any corner you turned in Disney. So I'm going to have to try one just to shut myself up. And yeah, I'm so excited though. We're going to have so much fun, and a huge thank you to Disney for setting this all up for us and giving us this amazing once in a lifetime experience that is really just going to be a blast.
You can't get them anywhere.
You can?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
I think we got, although, like, let me tell you, Gaston's Tavern feels like the place we should be getting a turkey leg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like I need to get a turkey leg at
or obviously in the America part of Epcot.
Right, but I feel like Epcot I want to save other foods for, because I feel like I'm going to be eating a lot of food there.
Right.
So that might have to happen at a different time, but I'm so excited either way. We're going to have so much fun, and I can't wait to document it and share it with everybody, and everyone can feel the experience and the magic with us.
Yep.
And then we're headed to Charleston on Thursday.
Yes. We are. We are headed to Charleston on Thursday for a super, super exciting RumHaven meet and greet event, little party that we're throwing in Charleston. All the details we've posted on social media. So if you guys are located in Charleston, you want to come hang out, have a couple cocktails with us, we're going to have a blast. We can't wait. So we're going straight from Orlando to Charleston on Thursday, and we're ready to see you guys and have some drinks and mingle and have a good time.
Exactly. I think it's going to be an absolute blast. It's going to be a fun week. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Being on the road.
Couple of road dogs. We're going to have a blast. It's going to be so much fun. We cannot wait, and can't wait to share it with you guys. We're going to be recording podcasts from Disney on both Wednesday's episode and Friday's episode.
Yes.
So we'll be filling you guys in. We'll have a lot of fun. We have Disney trivia this week. So for all the big Disney fans out there, that's super exciting. You can play along with us. And yeah, we can't wait to have a great week. So let's get into the rest of the show. We're going to be talking about some topics, and we have weekly watch report that we need to catch up on because we did not do it last week. So let's get into the rest of the show. We're going to be talking about Logan Paul and Nina Agdal's wedding. Kylie Jenner subtly shuts down breakup rumors with Timothée Chalamet, and Traitors is coming back with a civilian version, which is super exciting. So I feel like people can apply to that. And there was also little tidbits about the season that they just filmed, which seems really exciting. And we have the weekly watch report, so let's get into it. We can't wait to see you guys in Charleston this Thursday for a little RumHaven meet and greet. We're going to have amazing cocktails with RumHaven. And the only thing we love as much as meeting you guys and talking to you guys in person is those delicious RumHaven cocktails. And no one serves up real delicious drinks like RumHaven. RumHaven is made with real coconut water and no artificial flavors or preservatives for a clean and refreshing taste. You cannot beat the taste of real coconut water. It's delicious, it's clean, and it's refreshing. So you can enjoy RumHaven straight over ice, made with a splash of club soda or in your favorite juice. Head to rumhaven.com/chicksintheoffice to learn more. Logan Paul and Nina Agdal got married in Lake Como this past weekend in Italy. You know, endless videos, pictures of the two of them, random guests I was seeing. I was like, I didn't know people were friends with that. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, oh my God, this person's there, that person's there, this person's there, that person's there. There's been talk about the clips and videos that are coming out, though, because some of it looked a bit awkward. And I don't know if it was because they were posing for pictures at that moment that the clips were going out, but some of it did look a little awkward. And I hate being that person that's being judgy of a wedding that we're only seeing bits and pieces of from clips, because, by the way, I loved all of Nina's dresses. Like, stunning, really stunning choices of dresses. Absolutely love them all. But I just felt like there were some clips that came out that were just a bit awkward, where it looked like Logan was just having a party for Logan, and like Nina was there for the wedding. Right. You know, and like there were so many clips, like even like the clips of them being raised up in their chairs. Logan's focused on himself. Nina's looking at Logan. Like every clip, I felt like Nina was looking at Logan, and Logan's just like, this is my party. Maybe that's just like, you know, you don't know their relationship, but I'm like, I just felt like the clips that came out were just like a bit awkward. But once again, we're only seeing clips from a 3-day extravaganza. Right.
And if there's anything that I learned from watching the entirety of season 1 of Paul American, Logan loves Logan. So
yes, that is very true.
It's really not shocking if that was dynamic. But yes, I think it is hard to really fully analyze from 10-ish 30-second clips that have been going out or going viral. I've seen a ton of people on TikTok talking about it, commenting on the wedding, and having their opinions. Now, even whatever between Nina and Logan, like they have their relationship. Nina knows who she's marrying. Like that's happy for them. Why was Jake karate chopping, punching that cake? Like the cake was the enemy. I did not understand that. I wasn't in, like, I'm on the outside of the joke clearly, but like you're not to be that person to be like, you know, look around you, but you're at one of the nicest hotels on Lake Como. Like Villa d'Este is so stunning and expensive and like amazing. You're like a little respect. You're gonna take out the wedding cake like that.
I don't think the Paul brothers have respect for things like that, Fran.
Yeah,
like I don't think that
true.
they like think about the lives they created for themselves on the internet. And I'm not defending them. I'm just saying like, yeah, no duh, they're karate chopping cake all over the place because they don't have respect for things like that. They're like, oh, well, we could just buy a new this and we could just buy a new that and we could just disrespect shit all over the place because we're the Paul brothers and we're rambunctious. We just do shit for YouTube and the camera. And it's like, what was the point of Jake fighting the cake? Like,
I don't know.
I don't understand. I don't get it. We weren't there, so we don't get it. Yeah. But
like I said, we're on the outside of the joke. Maybe everyone there thought it was fucking hilarious.
And I'm sure if you're there, you might not get it as well. You're like, wait, I thought we were gonna eat that cake.
Yeah.
The whole thing, I don't know. Once again, we're judging a 3-day thing from little clips that we're seeing, but literally every clip I saw, I was like, why do I feel like Logan, like I'm seeing Logan just be, this is Logan's party, you know?
Yeah.
But Nina did look stunning, and the venue was obviously stunning.
Gorgeous.
And I think that this was her dream wedding that she talked about on Paul American.
Yep.
So congratulations to them. A couple of confusing moves, you know?
Yeah.
But hey.
And look, we know
like, even their first dance, I was like, what's happening right now? Like
I was confused. I'm like, was that actually their first dance? You know, because it sure didn't seem like it.
I don't know. I'm like, are they gonna dance?
Yeah.
Like I was so confused
like
by the whole thing.
People online were labeling it their first dance. And then I'm watching the video, I'm like, are we sure this was their first dance? Or are they just, you know, meeting the band? Like I don't you know? They didn't really look like anybody else was around them that much either. And
then like where they had like them come out, like the Pauls.
Yeah.
No one. It was a weird spot to have them enter because maybe it's just the layout of the venue was odd.
It could have been.
Like, because I thought, you know, usually people surround them, they come out. It's like they couldn't surround them. So then they had like this awkward entrance.
Yeah.
I don't know. The clips were bizarre.
Yeah. And once again, from watching the show, which I was a fan, you know that when they went to go visit venues and they went to Villa d'Este and Logan heard that price tag, he was like, whoa, baby. So I do like that Nina got what she wanted. She's like, they both were like dream venue. They went to go look at this place. They were like poo-pooing all the other wedding venues they saw in Lake Como because nothing compared to Villa d'Este. So clearly they shelled it out for their big dream wedding. And like you said, looks beautiful, but yeah, for sure. A couple head scratchers. But
just a couple.
Just a couple head scratchers. But
I really did love her dresses, though.
No, she did. No, 100%. There's really nothing
I loved her dresses.
She is
so much.
Gorgeous.
Yes,
and the dresses were beautiful. And I mean, of course, then you see the moment, the fireworks over the lake. God, nothing's cooler than that. It's just
it's gorgeous.
It's so special and beautiful. So, you know, that's what they wanted.
This is everyone's personal preference. So if somebody out there got married and, you know, whoever wore white tux, that's fine. I personally am not a huge fan of the white tux on guys. Like, for some reason, I don't know why. I just don't think it looks great.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't crazy about that.
That's so fine.
Not my personal taste.
Yeah. Yep. But it did look like it all, came together very beautifully. And their daughter is so freaking cute. She is. I saw one video of Logan dancing with her on his shoulders. That was very sweet. So that's very nice that she can be involved in all that as well.
Yeah, that is really cute.
Yeah.
I just.
It's the Paul brothers. That's just, it's Logan. It's just Logan.
That's why when you think about it, you're like, it is the Paul brothers.
It's just, what do we expect?
Did we expect to watch like a super romantic Paul brother wedding? I actually do feel as if though Jake and his fiance, like she's super cool.
She is
and
very cool.
I feel like Jake is we saw in Paul American that he's like a little bit more lovey-dovey. Yeah. So, maybe that wedding, then we'll have, Logan, shadow boxing his cake. I don't know. Whatever.
I know.
It's the Pauls.
And I guess, I don't know if they were filming or whatnot, but if they're doing more of their show, I could imagine that would be making the cut. Did that show get renewed for another season? I don't know.
It should.
I never finished it.
If it was up to us, we would have renewed it.
Yeah,
I actually didn't finish it either.
It actually is unclear.
Has not been renewed for a second season yet.
Unclear. Not yet. We don't know.
Interesting.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Logan was like, get these fucking cameras up for our wedding. This is the shit we need to film.
Right, we need to sell this shit. That's why he looked elsewhere. He's making sure the cameras are catching everything for sure. Moving along, people were speculating that Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet maybe broke up. I don't know. I feel like people just randomly decide. They wake up on a Thursday morning and they're like, you know what? I'm going to start spreading some rumors today. And today's rumor is, I'm just going to randomly say that Kylie and Timothée broke up for whatever reason. So that happened. And then Kylie, subtly shut the breakup rumors down by liking Timothy's pictures on Instagram, which he did. The promo for Marty Supreme comes out Christmas, which is exciting. But that lets us know these two, they're fine.
Yeah, I think just no matter when a couple isn't seen publicly in a while, people's attention perks up. They go, huh, when was the last time we saw Kylie and Timothée together? I think maybe they're on the rocks. It's like, and that's really what happened. It was just like, oh, we haven't seen them together in a while. Looks like Kylie's been having, an endless summer vacation. They're traveling, having all this fun. And Timothée I think he was there for part of it. So it hasn't been that long, but people online started to think, oh, maybe something happened. A simple like of a picture, and everyone's like, whew, phew.
Oh, thank God.
Phew.
Oh my gosh, we could still believe in love. These two are like
maybe
each
it was
other's
Club
pictures.
Chalamet who started the rumor.
Oh, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, Club Chalamet woke up upset about something Thursday morning. She said, I'm spreading this.
She doesn't need much to start a rumor that they've broken up, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Could come up with other reasons. But fear not.
Seems like they're together.
Seems like they are just fine.
Everybody could take a deep breath.
They don't make it easy to buy concert tickets these days. You got to sign up for the pre-sale, get in the queue, and by the time you get through, the best seats are gone. Going to a concert should be about the show itself, not waiting in a virtual line. Lucky for us, we have Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. Plus, the Game Time Picks feature makes it even easier to find the great deals on seats you want. Just pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT Pick setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. We were just talking about all the Jonas Brothers shows going on right now. If they are coming to a city near you, you should definitely get tickets. So many fun guests popping up. Maybe one of your favorites will be there. The Jonas Brothers, such a fun show. They're touring for the next few months, so you should get onto Game Time and check out those tickets. What are you waiting for? It is time to buy those tickets now with Game Time Picks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time.
I did want to mention because we didn't mention this in the intro, there is another Taylor Swift countdown going on her website, which by the time this comes out will probably be announced.
Right.
It's at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So I do wish we knew what it was right now while we're recording so that we could discuss it, but we don't. But everyone will know at that time. But I did want to do a quick mention of that. I think a single, because I saw actually the only way that this album can be recognized in the 2026 Grammys is if she puts out a single before August 30th, maybe, or
at the
end of August. So people were speculating that maybe she would be releasing a single before the end of August so that this could be considered for the 2026 Grammys, because then that would keep up her streak of the Grammys. If she doesn't release it, then that ends the streak that she has been for being nominated for Grammys. So
it's interesting because I don't know how that will pan out, because it also would be weird to try and sneak in a single and then the album
she'd probably have
wouldn't
more,
be for like another year.
I guess it's only 12 songs, and how many singles are you going to put out, though?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I just feel like, oh, you get nominated for the single, but, she wouldn't be able to be nominated for Album of the Year because the album comes out in October.
Oh, I thought what you're saying is that, I thought you were saying that the album would be, like, recognized if she puts out one of the songs from the album.
No, I don't think so.
I saw people saying that, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
I don't think just one single would make the whole album eligible.
But I still think, why not release a single?
Well,
so I talked to Kelly. Can keep up the streak.
I talked to Kelly Keegs about this, right? And this is where you fall on the Taylor Swift. Politely, I will describe it as jumping in front of the competition a little bit, or not. Kelly was like, I really don't think she'll do it because of Sabrina and Sabrina's album.
Sabrina's album does come out,
and in that scenario,
if it was Olivia, she'd be dropping that shit.
Right. Well, now it's like, well, where does it's happened before? But I think the Taylor fans, or at least, I'm not saying Kelly speaks for everybody, but she had seen people be like, oh, I really don't think she's going to put anything out before the deadline because of those reasons.
What if she's featured on Sabrina's album because Sabrina is on her album?
Yeah, that is very true. I think that would make her not want to do it even more.
No, I'm saying, what if it's a song that is on Sabrina's album and not her album? Like, just forget. But she
wouldn't be making the announcement for Sabrina, I feel like.
No.
Yeah, that's true. Or maybe she's putting out the song with Sabrina.
Yeah.
But that would be the title track.
Right, that would be the title track. I don't really think she's putting out any. Fun. To be honest, if you go, like, when I type in taylorswift.com, it immediately redirects me to store.taylorswift.com, and that's where the countdown is. So I kind of just think she's putting out merch. You're all over the spectrum. It could be, people are like, oh, she's putting out merch. I've seen people being like, no, the colors are different. This is TS13. It's like, whoa, okay, wait, hold on. We're jumping to, the whole new album announcement. But yeah, I don't know. A Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern feels like maybe merch. But we'll find out. We'll find out.
Do you think that she won't be putting out a single at all before the end of August?
I kind of don't think so. I think, like, I don't know. We'll see, but my guess is maybe she just does something in September. Sometimes,
missing that cutoff just right there.
Sometimes she doesn't even put a sometimes she doesn't even put a single before the album comes out. I would love
if she just didn't put any songs out before, just drop the album.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Which is, I think she's obviously done that before, where it's like, boom, album.
Yeah, like she doesn't.
There's other albums where we didn't even know the album was coming, and then it was like, boom, album.
She does not need to build any hype.
Right.
No, but it would be fun to get a new song before the end of the summer.
It definitely would. Fun. It definitely would. But it'll be interesting to see what that conversation is if she does sneak one in before the deadline. Because when does Sabrina's album come out? 29th? 28th?
Can we get some confirmation on that, Noah?
Noah's looking it up.
August 29th.
August 29th.
Yeah, so maybe,
so
could be this.
Right before.
Yeah, it could be. Could be, though.
Which is also, the Friday's like the typical time to put them out, but
you never know.
Yeah. So we'll see what's happening there. Did you see that the Jonas Brothers brought out Hoobastank?
I did. It seems like the Jonas Brothers, they've gone down this like emo,
I love it,
pop punk like route that they're taking for this tour, which is really fun because every show they have some sort of surprise. Somebody comes out, sings like a great song, and it's a good time. And I think it's like perfect for the generation that are attending these shows.
Yeah.
And we all love to see the videos.
There's a lot of shows. So I was like, wow, they gotta keep this up for every show, it seems. But
I feel like they put a lot of pressure on themselves for that first show.
They are, but honestly, some great ones have come out. Hanson the other night, like, hello. They're already crossing off some big ones. I think it makes sense too, 20 years, they're feeling the nostalgia. They're a lot of callbacks to songs that they loved and that inspired them, and then they're able to bring them out and do this, which is really cool. I mean, they sang The Reason, which is like one of those songs that when you hear it, then it's been stuck in my head for like the first time I saw the TikTok. I was like, oh my God, now The Reason. And it's such a great concert song to like scream at the top of your lungs.
It's so good.
Such
it just like brings you back to when you were younger and that came out and you were like being super dramatic, looking outside your window. That was just, it's deep. Yeah. It's deep. So that was awesome, though.
It is fun, though. And I love now, like, when they have a show, I'm checking online immediately to be like, ooh, who are they bringing out? What are they doing?
I know. They're keeping people engaged, for sure.
Definitely.
Last topic, Traitors is coming in a civilian way. They're just doing the civilian version of Traitors, which I think is a great idea.
Yep.
They do that with think about Survivor. Now they always bring back people that were on, but it's a civilian show. Right. You sign up to go on. And
that's how it started, right? In the UK.
Yeah, that's how it is in every other country. Like they have just normal people do it.
Right. I mean, Aaron.
Yeah.
Like that's how he was on Traitors, and then all of a sudden he was on Love Island. But that's the way to do it. I think that's fantastic. I think that's great to bring it to the US. Great idea. I have nothing else to say besides it's a great idea. And this just makes me more excited for them to bring back this season of Traitors that they just filmed because Alan Cummings talked about it and said that there's something that happens halfway through the season that is unlike anything, that he was like, it is just madness and it's perfect and he can't wait for people to see it. And I'm just so excited to see what this is. Maura actually commented, Maura Higgins, who is on Traitors this season, we posted about it. And Maura commented with like the Jim Halpert ducking in the car meme, which is perfect. And I'm like, oh my God, does Maura have something to do with this? Or obviously she knows what happens. It's just, I can't wait.
I'm excited to see what the Normie show looks like, because I know I've seen a lot of people posting like, oh my God, I love to be on this. I love to be on this. I wonder where the influencers of the world
I really hope it's
land in this. Like, if there's somebody with, hundreds of thousands of followers.
No, I really
and they want to go on, but they're like not, they're not getting cast in the full celebrity version.
No,
you're like in between. I wonder if it would happen. I wonder if they would go down that path. I don't know, because that's a slippery slope if you just keep it people that are, not online. But I've just already been seeing a lot of people that do have a following be like, I'm totally applying for this. Like, I want to go on Traitors.
No. We want.
But they're not famous enough to be on the famous one.
Right,
you don't have to be
but
like
keep it
crazy
no
famous to be
followers. Keep it no followers.
You need to have a name for yourself to be on the celebrity one.
Keep it no followers. Let's go back to casting tapes of people that are just in their houses with 0 followers that want to be on a reality TV show that have a love for the game. Yeah. Let's just keep it like that. Don't bring in influencers to the civilian Traitors. Just have them go on their other Traitors.
I know there's not a lot of the younger generation, a lot of kids kids want those followers.
No, but think about people in their 30s and 40s who don't have followers that love reality TV.
Also, what's the age range that they normally cast for the civilian versions in other countries? Like, is it all over the place, young to old?
I don't think it's like.
Well, it's kind of like, I feel like it must be like the celebrity one where it's all a whole age range.
Yeah.
There's got to be people that have no followers that want to be on reality TV.
No, yes, definitely. But I think I'm just intrigued to see if that line gets crossed or not. It may. Who knows?
Yeah, I guess you never know.
Yeah.
I just would hope that they would not do that because they already have a celebrity Traitors.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like you're going to have a celebrity Traitor, then you're going to have an influencer Traitors.
They have different tiers, celeb, influencer, normal.
Right. Yeah.
Just have people who have 0 followers that love reality TV and they want to do it for the love of the game.
Maybe I'll apply.
No, you would fall under the category of like...
Oh, no.
You have some following.
No.
Because think about it, on Chicks in the Office, people would be rooting for you.
I guess, but no one, like, I think it's more about, like, if I showed up, no one there would know who I am.
No, I know, but I think it has to be totally zero connection.
We didn't want people without social media.
Not even without, you could have an Instagram, you could have social media, but you have 500 followers.
Yeah.
You have the people in your hometown and people you grew up with following you.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you got a private account.
Yeah, private account. Like you gotta have no tie. Am I crazy? I feel
no.
I feel like that would make great TV. That's what reality TV.
It is gonna end up.
Primarily.
I don't disagree with you at all. I just think, especially with the popularity of Traitors, there are going to be a lot of people with a following who want to go on the show.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to go on Traitors too, but I'm going to keep the civilian one pure. I'm not going to apply.
It also inevitably, anyone who goes on is gonna, or a lot of them will become famous after that. You know,
yes, of course.
Which
is why, I mean, it's
Love Island.
It's a part of going in on any reality TV is you are obviously trying to have some, of a level of fame.
Yeah.
And win money. So.
Yeah. At this point in time, yes. I feel like back in the day, it used to be just like they wanted to win the money.
Yeah, of course.
Because social media wasn't a thing.
Yep.
All right. Well, that wraps up the topics. And we got to do weekly watch report because we missed it last week.
We do. Buckle up because it could be a long one.
Truly Hard Seltzer is all about fun, light, refreshing variety in a bubbly, effervescent style to get you and your people in a lively party mood. It's made with flavor. All drinks are packed with fun, exciting flavors as well, and it's made light and bubbly, like I said. Easy drinking, refreshing, only about 1 gram of sugar and 100 calories. Great for day drinking, great for night drinking. You can start in the day, go into the night, and it's also made to share. Truly has tons of variety and different packs made for groups. You can grab Truly Hard Seltzer at your favorite store or bar, or visit www.trulyhardseltzer.com and use the Truly Finder to find it near you. All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about the things we watched this week. A weekly watch report on Monday, weekly watch report on Monday, weekly watch report on Monday. I'm sitting outside and I'm sweating on Monday.
Ooh, remix.
That was the remix. Woo! It's hot out here, folks. Okay. Weekly watch report. Speaking, I'm going to go right into this one off the top because it reminds me of what we were just talking about. I watched the Fit for TV, The Biggest Loser documentary. I watched the two episodes, just 3 episodes. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, these people sent in tapes of themselves at home wanting to be on The Biggest Loser, seeing it on TV, no social media, just they wanted to be on The Biggest Loser. Obviously, this is very interesting. If you watched The Biggest Loser growing up, I know I did. It's just crazy to see like the behind the scenes, the way these people push themselves, the unhealthy route they took during this show, the way that they trained for 8 hours a day, eating 800 calories while losing 6,000 calories a day. Like that is just not healthy. Like, oh my God. And just getting into all the behind the scenes of that, is very interesting because obviously this show was so popular. I mean, they had like 15 million people watching their finales, because people were just so interested in seeing these transformations. And, you got the producers trying to say it's inspiring. And then you got the people on the show saying, it was all fucked up. Like there's so many layers to it. Like part of it, they want to say it's inspiring. And then the other part of it, they were like, but it was also really bad. So it's obviously very interesting. I will give that a B.
Yeah.
Like, interesting enough. I like any behind the scenes of any sort of reality TV or anything like this. And then especially, hearing what these people went through, I find to be incredibly interesting. I mean, this show was on for so long and then obviously ended because of the backlash that it started, that it got.
Yeah.
It's just crazy what these people went through. It's just insane. I finished We Were Liars. I actually finished it 2 weeks ago. Don't worry, I didn't finish it just now. Wow, what an ending.
Yeah.
What an ending. We Were Liars. Shocking ending. You know when you almost ruin something for yourself, though, by guessing it? Because on the second to last episode, I guessed it. And I was like, I don't want to spoil if anyone's watching, but I said it.
Yeah.
And then it happened. And I was like, oh my God, I just spoiled that for myself with my own guess. But then you're also proud of yourself for guessing it, too. You're like, oh... shocking though. Like, was not expecting that at all. Kind of like threw it out there as like a joke. Like, what if this is the case? Shocking. Yeah. Then you go through both things. You're like, wow, that was really good. Or was that a whole waste of my time? Like, it's a little bit of both. I'll give We Were Liars a B. I enjoyed it. Shocking ending, which is always going to rope people in. So I'll give We Were Liars a B. I watched Materialists with Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal. I liked it. I didn't love it.
I want to see that.
I don't know if I was like necessarily rooting so hard for... You guys know what the premise is, obviously, no?
Yeah.
She's a matchmaker and, torn between Pedro and Chris, sort of. I didn't feel like I was getting that she was torn so much, if that makes sense.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't like she bounced back and forth from one to the other that much. Like,
right.
I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say, but I liked it though. I thought it was cute enough, interesting enough. I like all three of them as actors. So I enjoyed my time watching. I'll give that a B.
Can't
as well.
Really complain about a Pedro Chris Evans combo in my mind.
No, you can't. What am I gonna be like complaining about that? Yeah. That we were blessed with that combination with Dakota Johnson on the screen? No, I'm not gonna complain about that. It just wasn't. I wasn't like, oh my God, you have to watch this movie. But it was cute, and I enjoyed my time, and I thought the premise was interesting. So I will give that a B. I watched Leanne on Netflix, which is that sitcom that's like 20 minutes long. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but I won't say it's bad because I am watching it every night before bed.
Okay.
So like, if I thought it was really bad, I probably wouldn't put it on before bed. But I also don't. I feel like everything I'm saying right now is just like, it's not great, but it's not bad. That's how I feel about Leanne. It's a good go to sleep show. Like, you throw on an episode or two before you fall asleep, and you get on with your night. It's entertaining enough for a sitcom.
Is it like what? It's just a premise is what, just this lady's life?
She's divorced. Her husband's leaving her and her sister. And, just a bunch of rascals.
Right.
So shenanigans happens. Her husband her ex-husband still wants to go with her. And then she's, back in the dating world. What's it like to be back in the dating world? It's cheesy. There's some laugh out loud moments. It's fine. I will give Leanne a B-.
Okay.
And then I rewatched Camp Rock because it was on the plane on Delta, and Demi obviously came in, and Jonas Brothers, we got the whole thing. It was a Camp Rock week, and that movie still slaps. That's an A. Camp Rock's an A.
It is.
But overall, everything I watched was all pretty solid. Nothing I'm going to like rave about, but all good watches.
Yeah. I
watched Hard Knocks too. Kind of.
It was on TV and you were in the room?
Yes, Josh Allen.
Yep.
I like it though, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like to see the behind the scenes.
It is. Hard Knocks is always very interesting to see.
I'll also give that a B.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Josh Allen personality compared to Joe Burrow now that you've watched?
I mean, Josh Allen's personality compared to Joe Burrow is a lot better. I think anybody's personality compared to Joe Burrow is better. Sorry.
Hey,
That's just
fair.
how I feel.
Look,
What about you, Noah? Did you watch?
I haven't watched Hard Knocks yet, but I agree. Like Josh Allen seems like a very likable guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He is a very likable guy.
Yep. Yep.
And that's everything I watched. I definitely rewatched a couple things in between all of that. But yeah, that's everything I watched.
Okay. There's a lot of things that I went through in the last couple weeks. I'll start off by saying I finished Perfect Match this season of Perfect Match. I don't know what these people were voting. Like, there was such a clear-cut winner in my mind, and somehow they didn't pick Ollie and AD, like, which just, yeah, spoiler, I guess, if you haven't finished the season. But it's like, there's no like, Ollie and AD are still together, so it's like, okay, I think it's another situation where, because we know that they're still together, you think, oh, well, they obviously should have won. They actually worked out. They're having a baby. They're getting married, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you're hearing the other contestants be like Juliette was like, I think you guys are going to get married. Like, it was very sweet. Just felt like that was the vibe. And then another couple won, and apparently they broke up before they could even go on the vacation, which is now, I think, 2 seasons in a row where the winners break up before. The prize is literally you just get to go on vacation. You're already...
they can't even make it to go on the vacation.
They're already in Mexico filming the show, and the prize is a 7-day, all expenses paid vacation. And so far, I don't think this vacation has happened once for this show. The winners did allegedly broke up already. I think most of the couples at the end did not make it work. There was a lot of US, UK couples hard to make work. You know, they don't live in the same place. They live quite far. And realistically, just not really going to work out. I mean, we know Louis was running around with Huda. Like, it's just, obviously that didn't pan out in that couple. I love Freddie from Love is Blind UK. He's so cute. That's another one. It's like, you know, he's in the UK and Madison's in Minneapolis. Like, it's just not going to pan out. But, of course, it did work out for Ollie and AD, so I'm happy about that. I loved seeing Juliette back on the screen for some reality TV drama. You would have Clayton dance his way out of the boardroom for the last vote, which, you know, really just put a smile on my face. I'll give the finale, I guess it's like the last 2 episodes and the finale, it's like a C. Like, it's just like, you know, it's around. It's perfect for this time of year to come out and you put it on. You're like, now you're diving back in. But once again, it's another show where there's no reason that it should be filmed in September of 2024 and coming out in July of 2025.
Yeah.
Like, it's just ridiculous. Speaking of Love is Blind UK, new season. Love is Blind UK just started, which I love.
I didn't see that.
Yes, I just started it, so I only watched the first episode, and I'm like halfway through the second. So really don't have too much to say about it yet. Feels like there could be some promising pairings. There's some beautiful people on this season, I would say. It's, you know, Love is Blind is one of those shows that does crack you up because it's like, what could they possibly look like? And then they just cast like objectively pretty people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a B. We're easing into it. I watched Wednesday. Season 2 of Wednesday came out. I loved the first season. And I really enjoyed the second season. I mean, granted, I don't even really know if you could call it like the full, I guess it's just half the second season because they did the same thing where it's 4 episodes now and 4 episodes in September or October or something. So I thought those episodes were great. I loved that they transitioned a little bit more into the whole Addams family. Her mom is more involved in this season. It feels like the first season, it was very much like her at school. And she is still at school, but there are other elements and family members. And now her brother's at the school and there's other things going on. And they had some casting changes after the first season. But I think it's a great show, I will say. I'll give it an A-. Like, I was locked in. I think it's thrilling and fun, and you want to figure out what happens, and I think Jenna Ortega's amazing. So I loved watching that. Finished off Hunting Wives. What a fucking bizarre show, man. I just finished
that last night. What the fuck was
I don't
that
know.
ending?
Yeah, not sure. Not
terrible.
Not sure.
You guys didn't like it?
I was ready to give it like a C+.
I never ended up finishing it.
I actually thought I was going to give it like in the B range up until the last episode. The way that they ended that, I had heard things about like the ending's kind of weird. Like, it just seemed like I thought there was another episode. I'm like, that's it?
Well, it was weird because it's also like, I think it was 8 episodes? So like the 7th episode almost felt like it was the finale. And then the 8th episode, they really just brushed under a lot of the crazy things that happened in the 7th episode. It had a very promising start, I will say. And then things certainly went off the rails, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Towards the end, like, a little bit of it felt, I was like, oh, I feel like I kind of know what's going to happen. Especially, maybe not with like Mountain Ackerman's character, but as far as like the creepy youth pastor who is an alcoholic, like that one I felt was like, yeah, obvious, like this is the guy that's abducting the girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were like so many suspects. Like everyone could have done it. Like,
yeah. It definitely went off the rail. I thought Brittany Snow and Mountain Ackerman were both amazing.
Brittany Snow's, her husband might be like a dick, but man, like if he really knew what was going on, like, because she's like, I like slept with someone else, but it's like that's the least you did.
No, it's certainly for sure. I'll give it the grade really jumped all over the place because it's like the beginning of the season I would have given it something else. I think the full season as a whole, B-. I mean, I was definitely still locked in. No, you should finish it.
What are you on?
You should finish it.
I just we started it and then I was like, wait, shit, I gotta finish. We Were Liars. Like, it was that week. I just started a bunch of random things and then I was like, wait, I gotta finish what I started. So then I still haven't finished Hunting Wives because I started that and then I was like, wait, I need to finish my other shows.
Yeah,
I think I would finish it, but
no, it's worth finishing because you're just like absurd, and honestly, everything that happens in the 7th episode, I was like, what the?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Although the very ending, I don't think this is giving anything away. I didn't feel like satisfied.
No, certainly you were left wanting more. By the end of the episode, I don't know if that was like, hey, we'll make another season or what, but you're like, wait, huh?
Got it.
Yeah,
got
you're
it.
like, that's how they're ending it. As summer winds down, get back into a routine you love with Wayfair. From bedding and linens to storage solutions for every room in the house, Wayfair is your one-stop shop. You can refresh your workspace with desks, bookcases, and office chairs for way less. Or make weeknight dinners a thing again with quality cookware that makes mealtime a breeze. Wayfair is easy, convenient. I did a apartment reorganization recently, and I have a ton of books in my apartment, and we wanted to just find a really nice classic bookshelf, which we did on Wayfair. It's gorgeous. It does exactly what I need it to. There's something for every style and every home, no matter your space or budget. Wayfair makes it easy to tackle your home goals with endless inspiration for every space and budget. You can find all of your must-haves, from furniture and decor to appliances and cookware, all in one convenient place. Get organized, refreshed, and back to routine for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair. Every style, every home. Bachelor in Paradise, last week's episode. There's been some drama, I will say. If you guys aren't watching, it is good.
So behind on everything.
I know, it is good. Whatever. I guess it's a spoiler if you're not caught up, but there has been some drama with one of the couples, Jeremy specifically. He, was going back and forth, and when Susie was there, he liked Susie. They went on a date, and then when Susie left, like, he kept saying all these things about Susie and wishing she stayed, and he called her during a interview, like production obviously gave him a phone so that he could call Susie. She was in the airport, like asking her to come back, whatever. Multiple people in the cast knew that call happened. And Jeremy's been with Bailey. Bailey didn't know all these things were going on. And now, of course, they're playing for $500,000. Like, the game has changed. It's shifted. You can see where maybe there's obviously more strategy that comes into play. And Brian and Bailey are really good friends. And it felt like no one really was telling Bailey, like, what was fully happening. And Brian ended up sharing, what was being said. And my God, everybody turned on Brian. Like, I was like, what is happening? And Wells had a moment in the episode too. He was like, am I the only person that thinks that, like, Brian was trying to be a good friend and Jeremy should have said something way earlier than this, and Jeremy wasn't saying anything? So now we're all mad at Brian. Like, all the guys, all the girls are like, oh, Brian shouldn't have done that, blah, blah, blah. I kind of felt like I had agreed with Wells in the fact that I don't think he was... Sure, there is a standpoint of, if these two break up, like, whatever. But it's like, somebody had to fucking tell her, because she was going to watch the show back and see that all these things were happening and nobody told her. Like, I'd be furious. That'd be like, oh my God, my friends knew that he said all this shit and nobody told me. So I thought that was kind of wild. I'm caught up on Real Housewives of Miami. Jump on in, guys. The water is warm.
What are you grading Bachelor
great.
Paradise?
Yeah. I'll give it a B+. I actually thought that last episode was really good. And with the money aspect, things change. I think there's going to be some more fighting involved now as we get towards the end, when people are getting a little bit scrappier. Miami. These ladies are nuts. I love Miami. I think it's another kind of perfect Housewives franchise that just has really kind of like ridiculous drama. I mean, we're having Gertie's putting text messages up on the screen at parties. Like, it's these ladies do not mess around. They obviously say what they want. And it's I think Miami's very entertaining. It's a solid B+ as far as Housewives go. I finished The Valley, went through all the reunions. I mean, thank God that Jax is gone. That's really my only thought about that. I think we're at the point where, like, The Valley has the bones to be a great show. I think season 2 kind of lost it a little bit. There was a little bit of too much focus on, like, 3 storylines that just dominated, and then it just got, like, a little tedious, I guess is maybe the word. It's just like a lot of the same conversations over and over and over again. Jax doesn't, I'm done with hearing about Jax and every shitty thing he does to Brittany, and, from what the reunion made it sound, still does to Brittany. So glad that wraps up. Reunion, I mean, for me, it's like it's like a C. It's fine. It's good. I had to get through the season, really. We have to grade The Summer I Turned Pretty. Here's the thing. The whole episode probably gets a B in my mind, and the last 2 minutes get an A+. So if I guess you want to just like average those bad boys out, take it to I'll give it a B+.
I was gonna say I'll give it a B+ as well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm giving it.
I'm giving it a B+. But I would just like everyone to know that the last 2 minutes was an A+.
For sure.
100% putting that in there.
We're all in agreement.
I've kind of been wanting like a new comfort show. Something that's in the realm of like a Sweet Magnolias. Like, I watched that on Netflix and always loved it. There's been a lot of mystery shows on, teen drama. So I saw that a new season of Sullivan's Crossing was coming out.
Saw that. Yep.
And I never watched it. So I started the first season. I watched like 3 episodes. And anything that's got, you're basically just casting Luke from Gilmore Girls in like an alternate Luke from Gilmore Girls role, like same kind of grumpy self. And gets to chat Michael Murray in there. I'm gonna keep watching. It's like probably something I'll throw on when I'm like, I don't know what to watch. Let me throw on an episode of this. B-. Like, it's like I wasn't blown away right away.
You're not selling us. You're not selling us.
No, I'm not. But I only watched 3 episodes. You're really not. I'm not getting into any of the juicy stuff yet. Like, she just got back to her home location, just really starting to learn more about her story, her upbringing. I'm gonna need more Chad Montgomery, to like up the grade. It's just like once a romance dynamic comes into play, that'll kickstart it. We haven't quite gotten there yet.
Should I start Gilmore Girls for the fall?
I just got literally like chills went down my spine. Nothing is better than watching Gilmore Girls in the fall, and you've never watched it.
Should I start it?
You absolutely should. You absolutely should.
Not this week. Like, I'll wait till September. But
yeah, no, it's when the leaves start to change.
Right, like end of September.
Yeah. Oh, you should. You really should.
Okay.
One of the best. I also watched Thunderbolts this week. Joe and I put on a movie. Hadn't seen it yet. I'm a Marvel gal. It was good. Like, wasn't blown away. I love Florence Pugh. I think that's a great character for her. B-. Totally fine. Nothing really to write home about. Marvel's in a weird phase right now. I think that's being discussed a lot. And I think that's everything. Oh no, I'm forgetting about my Sunday night. We watched the first 3 episodes of the Hurricane Katrina documentary that is on Hulu right now, which is done by National Geographic. It has been 20 years since Hurricane Katrina, so I do think that it's around the time, they're putting those documentaries, because it's the same kind of thing. Sometimes it's like, wow, Hulu and Netflix are both making a documentary about the same subject. It comes out at the same time. Netflix has one coming out on August 27th, I saw. Mm-hmm. So we watched the first 3 episodes of this one on Hulu. It's crazy everything that was going on. Once again, I'm alive when this happened, but I'm, turning 11 years old, not exactly clued into everything that's going on. And I remember seeing and obviously hearing about it on the news. And I did a Habitat for Humanity trip in middle school down in that area as well. But seeing really like the government background and the way so many different things failed for that community is crazy. Like you think like, oh, Hurricane Katrina, crazy storm. Yeah. But it's like the storm, yes, was crazy. But the bones of the city and the way that they had structured it and everything, just like they didn't do enough to protect the people, and then they didn't do enough for the people afterwards to make sure that everyone was okay and taken care of. It's like days and days later of people being stuck in the Superdome or around the Superdome, trying to get them out of the city. So it's a very interesting watch from that perspective to see all the different levels of what happened. It is extremely well done. Hearing from people across all different levels of police, fire, rescue, FEMA, just, residents that were living in New Orleans and lost everything. So it's an interesting, I think it's 5 episodes. And I watched the first 3. I mean, as far as just quality wise and interest, it's an A. Like I was rolling through them pretty quickly. Of just, learning about and relearning everything that happened.
I've seen so many people talking about this and how much like we didn't know that was going on. Yeah.
So much misinformation, many stories, which is what you remember. It's like right after the storm, the news, everyone was really in like the, around the Bourbon Street area, and that didn't really flood because they were up on higher land. So, they're on the news being like, it's really not that bad here, whatever. And then they have no clue that majority of the rest of New Orleans is completely underwater. Yeah. And there were stories coming out of between like the vandalism and crime and things that they made sound at like a completely different level than what it was, and these crazy stories getting put out and everything that was being told. So I recommend watching it for sure if that's something that interests you. And that is everything I watched.
I watched Some Acting Pretty. I'll give it a B+. That's kind of just like a B+ show, although Maybe we'll get in the A range if something crazy happens.
Yeah.
Today.
Buckle up.
For me, it's a yeah.
Yeah, for Noah, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed. I think it'll pop into the A range at some point this season. Hunting Wives, I'll give it a C+.
Yeah.
Because that ending was just terrible. But the show is just so ridiculous that I was more like watching it as like a semi-comedy almost. Like, it's so absurd. Yeah. Like every part of the show. A lot of sex, a lot of nudity. Like I didn't know that was going to be like going in. But I'll give that a C+. And then I didn't really watch much. I watched, my family wanted to watch a movie. We always struggle to pick a movie. And what
do you want to watch?
Yeah, going through like Prime. I actually wanted to watch Materialist when I saw that, but no one else really did.
Really?
Yeah. It was really my brother shut it down, but so we ended up watching this movie, I Don't Understand You, which is Nick Kroll and Andrew Rannells. I don't know.
I saw this. I did.
Wait, you watched it? Or?
I know I didn't watch it, but I saw it and I did think about watching it.
Also, Amanda Seyfried has like the most random tiny cameo in it. Terrible. Do not watch it. Awful.
Do not watch. Do not watch.
Possibly
wow, we haven't gotten a do not watch in a while.
I said like when we watched the trailer, like, no, this is gonna be so bad. It didn't have great reviews. Didn't have terrible reviews.
Yeah. It's right smack dab in the middle. 52 on Rotten Tomatoes.
52 is like, it's probably gonna be
horror
not great.
comedy.
It's neither. It's neither. It's not scary. It's not funny. It's just awful.
Shit.
And there's no point to anything.
Damn.
It's just an hour and 36 minutes that you'll never get back.
Okay.
And I couldn't recommend it less. It probably is up there like for worst movies I've ever seen. Like, it's so bad.
Wow.
I don't get it, and I like Nick Kroll. It was just so bad.
This is a thrilling. We haven't gotten one of these in a while.
I know. I almost wish I watched it so that I could.
It's not like one of those like, wow, this is so bad it's funny movies. It's just like, this is bad. Like, what is the point of any of this?
Shit.
Damn.
But that's all I got.
Damn. Wow. Roasted that. I wish I watched it so I could join in. I do want to watch, because I've never seen it, and this is going to shock you guys, Fast and Furious.
You've never seen any of them?
No.
Oh,
Rhea, I'm in the same ballpark. I've definitely seen some of them. I could not tell you which ones I've seen. Like, I think I've maybe seen the first one.
Yeah.
I've never. Anything past that? No.
I've seen it.
I've never even seen the first one, and I came up on Netflix or whatever it was, and I was like, I think I want to watch.
I didn't see a lot of them, but then I do remember watching the last one that Paul Walker was in, because I wanted to see how they did that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, I think I loved Paul Walker, so I think maybe
I mean,
the first
that
one,
ending scene. I'm sure you've seen that scene where they drive away, like
yes,
yes. I think I've definitely seen the first one, but it was kind of like a Mission Impossible thing for me, where I was like, oh, I've seen some. Like when I watched Mission Impossible 3, I was like, okay, yes, I've seen Mission Impossible 3, but the other ones, I'm like, I don't know, bits and pieces here or there.
It is funny, I think, because if you watch the first few, it's just like a normal like racing movie kind of thing, and then that's what everyone jokes about. Then if you go to like the more recent ones, like they're at the point where they might be like in space next.
Right,
like,
exactly.
They're driving across buildings in Dubai.
You can only get faster and more furious.
Yeah.
So
I really want to see Highest to Lowest, which is in theaters. The Denzel, A$AP Rocky, Spike Lee.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
I saw A$AP and Spike doing one of those. You know that guy on TikTok that does like you put the headphones on, you listen to the song, you gotta guess what the song is, the whole thing. They did that in Central Park, and Spike was just cracking me up. Like he was like running, he's getting answers right, he's running in circles around the park. He starts yelling at some guy walking in the park in a Red Sox hat. He's like, "Yo, take that hat, Red Sox, take that shit off!" Like
that's funny.
Yeah,
it was funny.
Their whole press tour is really funny.
Yeah.
Denzel and A$AP seem to be like best buds now.
Love it.
I mean, best case scenario, if you're A$AP Rocky, you want to like get into acting. You're like, oh yeah, here's Denzel and Spike Lee for you.
Denzel,
okay.
I saw like had one quote where he's like, I see what Rihanna sees now. Like,
yeah,
don't we all?
Yeah, I saw a clip of Denzel talking about being canceled too. He was like, that's not a thing.
Yeah, he was like, I think he said like, don't like, if you don't sign up, you can't get canceled or something.
Yeah. Right.
That's funny.
Denzel.
All right.
Denzel.
Well, that's everything we watched, and we're excited for the week.
Yeah. I do want to say, and I really want to see it, and I don't know when I'm going to see it, but I'm so sad I haven't seen Freakier Friday yet. It's like I texted Gia on Friday to like go see it with me, and her response was, "Eh." And I was like, well, damn.
Actually, pretty. I guess it's 73. That's somewhat high for like.
I want to see it. It's
I'm
just
dying
having
to see
to go to the theater to see it.
I know.
And we talk. You know,
it is.
We're busy this week.
I'm really dying to see it, and it's. I think it's like Gia might just be like a little too. Yeah, like a Freakier Friday was really. I mean, Freaky Friday was really, a massive part of my life. Like the songs and everything. Like was obsessed. So I just think maybe it missed her a little bit that she's like, I'm not dying to see Freaker Fridays. Like, okay, fine. But I will get there eventually. So
yes, we'll definitely see it eventually. Yeah. All right, that wraps up everything we watched. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching the best show on earth. And now we're going to the most magical place on earth. So make sure you follow along with us. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Yeah, Chicks in the Office. Long-time listener. First-time caller.
Look at the charts, who does it the best? 2 chicks getting paid in reality checks. You can find them at the gym, it's not even